Welcome to Stories from the Holy Book, where timeless truths and sacred stories come to life. In the early days after the Great Flood, the world was united in a way it had never been before. All the people spoke the same language, and together they journeyed eastward, settling on the vast plains of Shinar. It was a time marked by cooperation and ambition, as humanity felt a new surge of potential and promise. With a shared tongue and a common purpose, the people devised a monumental plan. "Come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly," they said to one another, marveling at their new technology. The richness of the land provided clay, and the fires of their kilns hardened bricks stronger than mere stone. Bitumen, thick and robust, served as mortar. Their aspirations quickly escalated beyond simple shelter. They hungered for greatness, fueled by collective pride. And then the proposition was voiced, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the heavens, and let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be dispersed over the face of the whole earth." These words, from Genesis 11:4, encapsulate both their unity and their anxiety. They craved recognition, a legacy that would storm the heavens, motivated perhaps by the fear of irrelevance or oblivion. Brick by brick, with every layer, their structure soared higher. The tower came to symbolize not just human ingenuity, but also the remarkable things humanity can achieve when united by a single language, a shared vision. Yet as the tower climbed toward the sky, their project revealed a deeper impulse, a desire not to serve or reach out to God, but rather to challenge the divine order, to protect themselves against the fate they most dreaded, dispersal and obscurity. But the Lord, watching from above, saw beyond the architecture and industry. He discerned the human heart behind the bricks and mortar, the pride and the defiance. And the Lord said, "Behold, they are one people, and they have all one language, and this is only the beginning of what they will do. And nothing that they propose to do will now be impossible for them." Genesis 11:6. With these words, God recognized the potent force of unity, but also the dangers lurking in unchecked ambition and arrogance. In response, God devised a means to halt their upward ascent, but not through violence or destruction. Instead, he altered something more fundamental, their ability to communicate. "Come, let us go down, and there confuse their language, so that they may not understand one another's speech." Genesis 11:7. Suddenly, the linguistic harmony that bound the builders as one was shattered. Confusion swept through the ranks. The simple act of passing a brick or calling for mortar was now fraught with misunderstanding and frustration. The construction ground to a halt. Teams dissolved in chaos. The dream of reaching the heavens and establishing their renown crumbled not from external force, but from the profound internal breakdown. Unable to coordinate, unable to share ideas or intentions, the people abandoned the city. Some journeyed north, others east or west. Across the world, new tongues took root, languages as numerous and diverse as the people themselves. The place came to be known as Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth, and from there the Lord dispersed them over the face of all the earth. Genesis 11:9. Babel wouldn't be remembered as the city that touched the heavens, but as the birthplace of humanity's many languages, a place where ambition and unity collided with humility and divine will. Embedded in this ancient story are profound lessons that resonate through the centuries. At its core, the Tower of Babel is not simply an account of human ingenuity thwarted or a cultural myth to explain linguistic diversity. It's a meditation on pride, purpose, and the boundaries of human aspiration. First, the story reminds us of the dangers of hubris. While the desire to achieve, to create, and to build are not in themselves wrong, problems arise when these impulses are divorced from humility and reverence for something greater. The builders' error was not their industry or creativity, but their resolve to make a name for themselves, independent from God. They sought to elevate themselves, to claim security and meaning by their own strength. Proverbs 16:18 offers a timeless warning. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Second, Babel's tale invites reflection on the power of communication and unity. When people speak the same language and pursue a common aim, the results can be extraordinary, both for good and for ill. Unity, as God observed, enables remarkable accomplishments. But such unity is also fraught with risk if it becomes a platform for collective ego or rebellion. It asks us to consider, are our united efforts aligned with noble ends, or are we building towers to our own self-glory? Third, the scattering of humanity is not just a punishment, but a turning point in the divine narrative. The dispersion set the stage for the rich tapestry of cultures, languages, and nations that shape the world. Throughout the Old Testament, we see God's intention to draw people not only from one family, but from every tribe and language, into understanding and relationship with Him. Later, at Pentecost, the book of Acts reverses the Babel effect in a powerful way, when the Holy Spirit enables people of different tongues to understand the same message, underscoring God's ultimate desire for reconciliation and unity rooted in humility and dependence on Him. Finally, Babel is a lesson in limits and trust. We often strive for greatness, longing to secure our futures and make lasting marks. Yet, true security lies not in bastions of brick or the assertion of self, but in relationship with God and with one another. Ecclesiastes 3:11 reminds us, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, He has put eternity into man's heart, yet so that he cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end. Our longings, our creativity, and our communities are best expressed when guided by humility and attuned to the larger story into which we are invited. As generations reflect on the ruins of Babel, we are called to consider what we are building, whether our towers are monuments to our pride or stones gathered for higher purpose. Through confusion and difference, God presses humanity toward deeper understanding. That true greatness is found not in scaling the heavens by our own means, but in learning to listen, to serve, and to seek unity grounded in humility and reverence. The story endures as a caution, a summons, and, ultimately, an opportunity to turn from self-centered ambition, embrace our shared humanity, and seek wisdom in all we endeavor to build. Thank you for watching Stories from the Holy Book. May these stories strengthen your faith and guide your heart. Don't forget to subscribe and join us next time for more sacred tales and divine inspiration. God bless you.